Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Vivi Zalina Putri. Right now, I will state about in this assignment based on topic meaning is the word. First, using language accurately, and second, using language clearly. From what I learned, based on reading a book and have a interview session with Encik Syafiq Fazli, I have analyzed 2 points from Encik Syafiq and 2 points from Lucas. According to Encik Syafiq 2020, language does not play a role, but the quality of the content play a role when giving a speech. According to Lucas 2020, accurate language really play a role of a speech, so that the audience understand more with the language that we convey. According to Encik Syafiq 2020, tone, intonation in a speech is very important and must convey information in full, must tell from the beginning. According to Lucas 2020, also argues that conveying information to the audience must be clear, precise, accurate, using language clearly and easy to understand, and do not use words that are difficult and rarely heard because the information is difficult to reach the audience.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nona Zamati Zaidi. For my part, I will present about using language vividly, using language appropriately, and a note on inclusive language. First is, what is vivid language? Vivid language is an useful method that the speaker can be used if they want to make their speech looks more interesting, or they want to attract the audience attention by using the vivid language, such as simile, metaphor, repetition, and alliteration. Our interview session, Tuan Syafiq told us that he encouraged everyone to use vivid language because by vivid language, the audience can understand, can imagine the things even they did not understand that. Okay, for the simile is an explicit comparison between two things with the words like or as. For an example, a woman who is walking into the class is like a blooming flower. Meanwhile, metaphor is similar to simile but without as or like. For an example, a new student is a shining star because he is so good looking. We can see that vivid language is so important to make the audience understand what we try to deliver to them, because most of them have the big mind when we can deliver by using words, but some people we can make them understand by making them imagine the things. Okay, second is using language appropriately. As the speaker, we need to choose our language according to certain situation. Like talking in the class is different than talking in the seminar. Also, the interviewee said that when he give the speech to the student, he will make sure his sentence will be more shortened than talking to the older population, because the student can be more understanding. Okay, lastly is a note on inclusive language. This is important for the speaker to choose the good word so that they can avoid any stereotype towards any age, gender, religion or race. Because in the seminar, the audience did not come from one state only, but they come from different states, cities, religions. If we did not take a good care of our words, some audience will be offended by your words. In my opinion, based on what I read in the book and had an interview session with the interviewee, I can see the similarities between both of them, even there is a slight differences between both of them. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Fatina Ziha binti Basri and I will talk about good delivery and also the method of delivery. The first one, good delivery, is describe about the transmission of speaker ideas toward the audience effectively without distracting them. And there are 4 types of delivery method. The first one is reading from manuscript. It is a speech that based from a written speech, reading word by word to the audience. The second one is reciting from memory. It is recitation of a written speech that have been memorized. The third one is impromptu speaking. It is a speech that based from a short message and have a little or without preparation. And the last one is extemporaneous speaking. It is based from prepared and rehearsed speech that come from a brief of note. Based on the analysis, I can identify the similarities and also the differences between the theory and also the interview. For good delivery, they have a same opinion about having an eye contact with the audience. And for the contrasting part, they have a different definition of good delivery. For the interviewer, he state that good delivery is how to enhance the audience understanding about the speech, while the theory more emphasize about the speaker naturalness, confidence, and also spontaneous in speech. Delivery method, both of them have similar opinion about having an outline before speech. This is important to give a precise flow about the content to the speaker. For the differences, the interviewer state that the 2 things that need to be considered before delivery the speech is more focus on the topic and also the speaker. However, the theory more focus on the occasion, the time and ability limit of the speaker, and also the nature of the audience. And the theory also state that extemporaneous method is unfit for the young and old speaker, but this method actually can enhance the conversational quality to the speakers. But however, the interviewer does not state about unsuitable method for the speakers and does not mention about the conversational quality as the theory mentions. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Aina binti Azhar. Now I'll be explain about the speaker's voice and also the speaker's body during the presentation or the delivering the speech. Okay, in the theoretical part, I will be explain about a few things. Okay, for the voice, it is important for the speakers take care of a few things, concern about a few things, which is the voice. The volume, the loudness of the voice, the pitch, the placement of the voice, and the rate or pace of voice, and also the pronunciation. Okay, so we will talk about the what I get from the interview. Okay, the interviewer shared the same view or opinion that for the voice, it is depends on the setting and the size of audience. Next, about the voice, there are an addition that makes by the interviewee, which is about the finding the middle voice. Okay, the middle voice is our original voice. He said it is very important to the speaker to find their own voice. He also shared a few tips to do before doing this the speech, which is humming, babbling, hissing, to make sure that our original voice great during the presentation, because middle tone is important for us to high and low to making the adjustment of the voice. Okay, for the body language, I asked him what he told to the trainer that at his consultant about the body language. He said that he is very particular with the body language because he say he will reflect the professionalism of the speaker. Okay, to look professional, you have as the speaker must have a good body language with the audience. Also, especially the facial, eye contact, personal appearance, movement, gestures, and others. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amira Barum, and right now I will state about what we get in this assignment under the topic practicing delivery and answering the question and answer session. Based on the analysis of the theory and practical, each has its own advantage and disadvantage, but it is also up to the speaker whether they want to use the desired informations, regardless of whether in practicing delivery or in answering the audience questions. There are many advantages I had recognized through the interview session. Firstly, we acknowledge that the interviewee had shared about the effect if the speaker not be honest while answering the audience question. Second, he also shared the ways to answer the negative question that have been asked by the audience, which is by saying that they are also right because it is something that we can satisfy them. In addition, the interviewee also not only shared about how the speaker managed the question with the audience, but he also shared about the manners that the questioner needs to do if they want to ask questions. So these all additional information that we find in this assignment. So that's all from me. Thank you.